So I was eating breakfast this morning, and I was eating my eggs, and I was thinking to myself, a lot of people say, oh, I eat the unborn for breakfast, I eat eggs, and like to try to sound badass. It's like, no, you don't, because they're not like actual babies. You don't like eat dead babies for breakfast. That's not a thing. So really, what you're eating is a chicken's period. Which got me on another train of thought that took me to weird places. Like, okay, so if that's a chicken's period and that's eggs, does that mean my period is scrambled eggs? It's both incredible and edible. So when people say they eat dead babies for breakfast, it just kind of pisses me off because it's wrong, and I'm stuck up like that. But there are other things that piss me off. There are a lot of things that piss me off. I just hate everyone. Like, I was reading once, because, I like to pretend I'm smart and I try to read, but I read that in some cultures, when a woman is on her period, she's, like, unclean. She's banished from the village, and she has to be all alone in this tent the whole time she's bleeding, and people just, like, drop food off and just treat her like a leper. I mean, that's ridiculous, Like, that should be everywhere. Like, when I'm on my period, I don't want to be around all you assholes. I want to be in my own fucking tent, bleeding, watching my Gilmore Girls just drop off the brownies, go away. I've always hated everything and everyone. I'm just kind of stuck in that perpetual 13-year-old I hate the world phase. Even in high school, I had this moment of truth where I really realized who I was. I was at work, and I was, 16, so I worked at a fast food place. And I was thinking about how I hated everyone around me, and I just wanted to be home playing my clarinet. And that's when I realized, I'm Squidward. So that was a fun time. I got a new job. It's really funny, actually. But anywho. Yeah, I'm one of those people that I just rather be home playing my clarinet all the time because I hate everyone. But over break, I actually did go out. I got out of the house. Things got kind of crazy. So, there were those guys who were just so hungry. They were eating everything inside, and even if it wasn't food. There was that girl who just, every time you tried to go near her, she'd like try to bite your face off. Mm-hmm. There was that guy who was like trying to hump literally everyone and everything. And then there's that random guy who's just peeing everywhere, those parties? Those parties? Well, it actually wasn't a party, that's where I work. I work at a pet hotel, but it's pretty much like a college party. There was this one dog. Every day he would come in. They do this little day camp thing where they're all playing with all the little dogs, and it's so cute and everything. There's this one dog, his name's Bandit. And he's kind of a pedophile. Those like little bleps that animals have sometimes when their tongue's perpetually sticking out, and people think that's kind of cute. Well, it wasn't cute on this dog because he's one of those dogs that just picks a random dog in the group to just hump the whole time. And it was bad. Not only was he being creepy and like being a rapist, but he would always go after the puppies too. So that just made it so much more creepier. Just you cannot even imagine this like little tongue sticking out and this. And he's just like looking around. I made eye contact with him as he was doing this. And I'm the babysitter, so I have to go pick him up. And he was a little one, so I can just pick him up with one hand. He was still going. Like, as I was picking up, he was having sex with my hand. Scarred for life. But there was another time I actually got out of the house, and this one was even worse. So I had this friend from high school who just randomly texted me out of the blue. He was like, hey, we should hang out. We should come to my place and we'll watch a movie and it'll be great. Okay, great. So I go to his house. We go into his room, watch a movie, whatever. He closes the door, locks it, starts shoving like blankets in that little crevice between the door and the ground. I'm thinking, okay, this is a little weird. Then he starts lighting candles all over his bedroom. Thinking, okay, am I about to be raped? Then he pulls out this this bottle of Bailey's in 2 plastic cups because he's classy as fuck. And he's like, hey, you want a drink? I'm like, no. He was like, do you care if I do? Like, sure, go ahead, whatever. So he starts drinking, whatever. Then he just starts ruffling through his drawers. I'm like, oh no, is this it? Is he getting a condom? Am I gonna be raped? Pulls out a bong. Hey, do you wanna? No, I'm good. Okay, well, do you mind if I? No, I don't care, whatever. I just want to watch a fucking movie. Like, I just want something normal. So he does all this shit, and then we actually start watching the movie, and things are going fine. We're just sitting there watching a movie, occasionally talking, whatever. About halfway through the movie, he looks at me and he goes, would you ever wear a diaper? And I said, no. And he was like, what if someone paid you $100 to wear a diaper? I said, maybe. He said, what if it was $200 and you had to go in the diaper? I said, no. He said, are you sure? I said, yeah. He said, do you mind if I do it? And I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was just shell-shocked. Somehow, I don't know when, I don't know why. I guess I kind of blacked out, but I just kind of squeaked, okay. And I thought he was gonna like go to the bathroom and change and whatever and come back. No. He just, right there, I had to avert my eyes. I'm lucky he put pants on top of it. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part is he sits back down, we keep watching the movie, and I'm trying to hold my laughter in because he's like, oh, thank you so much. I can't talk about this with anyone. It's a big secret. I'm like, okay. Then he starts to try and spoon me. And all I can hear is just this little shh of the diaper popping against my butt. So, yeah, that's when I was like, I gotta go! Okay, bye! But he texted me later that night. He was like, I'm sorry if I freaked you out. I just want someone to talk to you about this. I was like, okay, you can talk to me about it. Like, okay, that's fine. The next morning, I wake up to my phone blowing up with pictures of him wearing nothing but the diaper. Oh, that's worse. There's a video with like a 5-page description of how good it feels, and the video is him going in the diaper. So, yeah. I'm definitely staying inside playing my clarinet from now on. If you need me, I'll be in my little tent outside my village. Goodbye.